Okay, we are reconvening the courtroom to give the verdict and the ruling. Are both of you ready?
I'm ready, Judge.
Loree McBride is ready. Gail Sheila, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. All right, Teresa, can you step forward? Teresa is a member of the jury. She is the one who will be reading the verdict. Teresa, can you step forward to the podium? Come on, Teresa. Come on over.
Thank you, Judge. After 15 minutes of intense deliberation, we, the jury, find Loree McBride innocent of all charges. Loree McBride is a beautiful woman who did not deserve this.
Did not deserve it.
As for the countercharges brought against Gail Chana, we find Gail guilty of genocide. Gail is guilty of 1 million counts of first-degree murder.
I want this brought to the U.S. Supreme Court.
We also find Gail guilty of the charge of alienation of affection.
Bitch!
It is obvious that Gail is a horrible excuse for a human being, and she has driven a wedge between Brent and Loree's happy marriage. For these despicable crimes, we believe that we have no option but to sentence Gail Chana to death. Gail is to be drawn and quartered immediately.
U.S. Supreme Court, please.
The sentencing is to be brought immediately. Drawn and quartered.
Finally, take your own medicine, Gail.
Wait, what's going on here? I don't understand. Why would...
Oh, I understand.
Something is not right.
I understand she's the other woman and she killed my babies. All 5 million of them.
All right. Executioner, what? Don't you board that plane. Don't you board that plane. You are not going over there to kill Gail Chana.
Maybe we ought to send this to the U.S. Supreme Court.
I'm sorry, but the U.S. Supreme Court is of a lower jurisdiction.
Oh, really? Oh, I see.
Gail, I don't know what to say. They want to execute you.
I've got a lot to say.
You know, the way we're supposed to do this, we're supposed to do voter jurors. Have you looked at my conspiracy law? We're not supposed to rely, in a case of this magnitude, we need to let the world vote on the verdict. In other words, in my conspiracy law, what we do...
It's not your conspiracy law, Gail. It's a jury of your peers. This is the way we do it in Quebec, Canada. Okay? You are found guilty. You're just a sore loser. You know you're the other woman, and we've proved it.
We've proved it. Vote on the verdict. Not just a group of 12 or 20 people that could easily be manipulated by the Jesuits. We need the world to be the jurors.
Excuse me, Gail. Excuse me. I'm one of the jurors here. Now, why did you not bring this up until after you have been sentenced?
Well, because I didn't realize we had such a biased group of jurors here who are obviously...
They're biased. They're biased because you lost. That's the only reason, Gail. You just can't take your fair sentencing. Obviously...
How many jurors are there?
There are 1,732.
1,000. And how did you come to
That's a lot of jurors to be biased, Gail. The evidence speaks for itself. Brent Spiner's my husband, and you're the slut.
How did you come to your conclusion?
We came to the conclusion through the testimonies that we received and the evaluation of evidence.
Judge, what do you have to say?
The evidence, excuse me, I'm still speaking.
Okay.
The evidence is overwhelming that this woman was legally married to you, legally married to Loree McBride and Brent Spiner were legally married. Vladimir Putin and Ludmila Putin are legally married. And you injected yourself into their lives, and you ruined the marriages of these people. We also have video evidence that was shown during the trial of you giving the order to execute 1 million babies. 1 million babies. Turns out it was 5 million babies in the aftermath. You see, we also have evidence of an email where you explain that the babies needed to die. It wasn't about the city, we understand. What do you have to say for yourself?
What do you have to say for yourself, Gail?
What I have to say to myself is I think the Jesuits have rigged this entire trial.
Oh, I bet you would.
Yeah, and also,
you're delusional,
so what I have to say, I'm
gonna go home. I'm gonna have sex with my husband every night. All 3 holes, all 2 of his holes. It's not
like one of those trials. I have a question to ask you. We have evidence that the Jesuits want to do a nuclear holocaust. What about that? You never even took that into
consideration. Gail. The trial's over. Get over it. You're going to be drawn and quartered, and you're going to be executed just
like the judge. Is the judge still alive?
Yes, Gail, I'm here, and I'm working the fastest I can. I'm trying to call all the people that are involved. I'm trying to have a recount immediately. We need a recount. I'm trying to do whatever I can. Let me go ahead and look through my documents.
For itself, Judge.
I'll be right back.
I understand why they're not taking into consideration the fact that even on my YouTube video I mentioned you guys are promoting a nuclear holocaust by this verdict.
Gail, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna talk to some people. We'll get this sorted out.
Okay, because if I am executed, it won't be long before the world's going to have a nuclear holocaust, and that's going to be a very bad thing. Because that's their goal.